The outgoing Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice OluKayode Ariwoola, has advocated the need for measures to be put in place to reduce the burden on the Supreme Court. He explains that there are too many cases before the Apex Court which ought to have been terminated at the Appellate Court. Justice Ariwoola said this at the valedictory session in his honor at the Supreme Court in Abuja.
For the past 32 years, I have always had one judgment or ruling pending for me to write. I cannot recall a single time in the last 3 decades when there was no judgment for me to write. I am glad to see my younger brother Ademola Abbas Ariwoola seated here now with us this morning. He has been based in the United States since his undergraduate days in the early 80s. Anytime I had traveled to visit him for vacation, his wife would always exclaim that she had never seen someone coming on vacation with records of appeals and briefs of argument or writing judgments. It is for this reason that I believe that emoluments of judicial officers must not be sweated for in or outside the office. Our judges must not be made to go cap in hand to beg before their remunerations is paid. Our retired justices deserve to live in a relative reasonable comfort after spending their prime years serving the country.
He didn't end there. He further explains that the right to fair hearing can only be guaranteed when lawyers and litigants do not have to wait for so long a time for their cases to be heard.
I read every novel I came across, but judicial responsibilities, however, had made me to cut down drastically on reading non-legal works. Now that I am retiring, I believe and I intend to commence reading without the pressure of pending judgments or rulings. One of the novels I had read long time ago was by James Hadley Chase with the title, There is Always a Price Tag. I mentioned above the fact that Court of Appeal justices are nomadic justices by virtue of our frequent postings. What I did not mention then is that some people are always paying the price for our absence from home. That is our family.
In his remarks, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi San, described Justice OluKayode Ariwoola as an outstanding jurist, a communal personality who prioritized the needs of the people.
Honorable Justice Ariwoola was committed to doing substantial justice. My Lord dissected legal issues in cases with the practiced dexterity of a surgeon to get to the real issue in controversy for the purpose of resolving them. My Lord did not encourage technicalities, and those who approach litigation as a game of chess are soon disappointed when His Lordship pushes through the maze to get right to the heart of the matter.
Former President Muhammadu Buhari appointed Ariwoola as acting CJN in June 2022 following the resignation of Justice Tanko Muhammad on health grounds. Ariwoola was subsequently sworn in October of the same year following his confirmation by the Senate.
The government has put several measures and economic policies in place.
Meanwhile, the National Judicial Council, the NJC, has recommended Justice Kudirat Kekereekun to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for appointment as CJN.